Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful week and you also try to attempt some of the challenges that we faced during our coding adventure for the days that we were not together. Just by a show of hands, or maybe if you can just text in the chat, tell us who you are, which school you're from, and if this is your first class. I know some of you are joining us for the first time. So I want to know how many people are joining us for the first time, and we see how we can support you. Yes, I see Kay. Hi. So let me just start. Hi, I am Solomon from Career Innovation Society. So you can just come after me and just do a brief introduction so everyone can know who you are. And if this is your first time, so this is my fourth day. This is my fourth day in this camp. Something like that. That's how we should do. I see Caleb, your hand is up. Do you want to unmute and say something? Please go ahead.
I am new. I'm just from joining today.
Okay. Did you try watch the recorded videos or you didn't watch any?
Yesterday I watched, but I never completed the first day one because I was just from studying my online classes, the one which I do for my school. Yesterday. Yes. Now mine ended at 3. Now when I first ate food after there, it was already late. And I watched little, then I went off.
Okay. But have you ever heard about computer programming? What do you understand by computer programming?
Computer programming is when we can make our own animations, for example, games, cartoons, and movie animations.
Nice, 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 nice. Okay, you're welcome to this class, and we shall be going a little bit slow for you. And last time throughout the four days, we have just been doing introductions and doing some basic animation, some basic games. So we are hoping that we are shall keep on advancing and learn. This is a platform for you to improve on your creative skills, improve on your problem-solving skills and decision-making skills. So in doing this, we shall be attempting to solve community challenges that are affecting so many people in a way where we call it innovation. So innovation, before I come to programming, innovation is coming up with a solution which addresses a problem. You get. So then there are so many ways we can come up with innovations, and computer programming is just one of them. And we are doing the fundamentals of it. We are introducing you to computer programming. And we hope that as time goes on, you will be advancing to become great innovators. So computer programming is, for those of you who are joining us today, is a process of writing instructions which tell a computer what to do. It's just like creating your own program, your own timetable at home, and your own agenda that on Monday I'm going to wake up and I do this, I do this. So that agenda of yours, when it's following an order, a certain order, like for example, you say at 11, maybe at 3 a.m. I'll wake up and do exercise. Then at 4 a.m. I'll be preparing some breakfast for myself. I polish my shoes by 5:30. Then by 5:45, telling my mom that, hey, wake up and take me to school. And then I'll go to school, come back for lunch. So that order, systematic order of instructions which tell you what to do in the day is what we call your program. And that process of going through the writing of those instructions is what we call programming. Now relate that to computer. Computer, even when we are writing those instructions, they are called programs. Those instructions are called programs which tell a computer what to do. And the process is called computer programming, which we are going to be doing over some of these weekends. I see in the chat, Benjamin from Christian Light Day, okay. Then, okay, I'm in grade 7, okay. Watoto Christian International. Then Caleb, I'm in grade 5. Okay, so just keep the introductions coming in. And so we are not going to do to waste a lot of time. We want to learn a lot of stuff since the competition. If you didn't know, after this, you're going to have to participate in a competition. You're going to develop your projects. And we want you to develop projects which are so helpful to society. And that's why we want you to learn so many of the skills.
Sent mine on chat.
Okay, let me, Christian says, send to chat. Christian, I'm in P4 at Daffodils Primary School. Nice to meet you. And the rest, just keep the chat, the chat active as I'm sharing my screen. So we are going to be having an interactive session today. Some of you have already built your game. Some of you, this is your first day and you're wondering what happens in these camps. So what happens in these camps, we play, and we don't play alone, but we play with each other. Then we also play with the programs, and we make it fun. We make learning. We create a gamified learning environment for you to ensure that you develop what you want. We are not the ones who, what I'm going to be doing here, or what other instructors who will come in the next stage will be doing. They don't tell you what to do. They just give you the skill, then you do whatever you want to do. So let me just share my screen here for my one of the programs that we are going to be using, which is Scratch. And let me share a link for those of you who didn't get the link in the chat. We sent you an email with the link, and some of you may have not gotten it. Maybe I'll take this chance to also just give you the link to use. You can use the online version using this link. Sorry.
Teacher, do we open Scratch also?
Yeah. Today we all open Scratch. So the next, the chat, what I've shared in the chat is the link to use the offline version. And if you want to download it and use it offline, then I'm just going to share that link now. So here is the link for the offline version. But before I proceed, I see one hand is up, and that should be Benjamin. Benjamin, do you have something to say?
Yes. Are we going to play a game?
Yeah, you're going to make your own game and play it. Today we are going to make a game which can be played by more than one person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a multiplayer game which you can play with your friends at home or online with your colleagues here. Okay. And I see, okay, your hand is up, please just unmute.
I wanted to say, I was entering the Scratch. I downloaded it yesterday. I saw when they said Scratch.
Oh, I was
what? That I entered there, they are telling me There's
wasn't
more.
doing other
Let
things.
me see what is there. There is.
Actually, this was a cartoon.
They're,
I barely had
they're
any songs.
showing me moves, 10 steps, turn 15 degrees, turn 15 degrees.
Yes, yes, yes. That's where I want you
when
to
I'm
be.
there.
Just be there, then we shall now start. You're good to go. So you have the application if you're seeing that.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, now let the adventure begin, of course. Now, let it begin by me just going through. If you are just reaching here or maybe joining us for the first time, please don't hesitate to let us know in the chat, because most of us have already been we have already been working together. So we want to know if there's any way we can support you. I already know one person who is joining us today, so I will just do a basic introduction for a few minutes just to talk about these blocks here. So when you open that Scratch, where you use the link that I've shared in the chat, and also if you downloaded it already, you are going to be able to see this kind of platform. Now, this is the technical word from today that I want you to always use. This what you see here, we already know that to talk to a computer, we need to have to know a computer language. And there are so many computer languages which are out there, but it's our role to know them. And Scratch is just one of them. We have Java, we have Python, we have C, C#, C++. We have so many of them. If you get a chance to continue with this program, you will be moving on to other advanced languages like HTML, Python, which will come in the next stage. And you will see how they relate with Scratch. So what you're seeing here on your screen is what we call a development environment. A development environment is just like, it's a place where you go in order to interact with the computer. If you want to play soccer, you go to the field and then you play, you get the ball and play football. But now if you want to write instructions to a computer, you come to a development environment, and Scratch is one of them. If you're doing robotics, development, you're going to have a development environment called Arduino development environment. We have other development environments also in programming, which we shall be getting there. But for now, just know that Scratch is a development environment. It's a place where we go to write instructions. Now, these blocks here that you're seeing, they look like bricks, but then they have instructions in them. And when we arrange them in systematic order, in the order that we want, it's us who know what we want the computer to do. So it's us who tell the computer that, hey, do this. Now, these instructions, Scratch has made it easier for us, because if you were to see how an advanced programming language would look like, then you would be scared away on the first day of this camp. But then Scratch relates what we have been doing since childhood. That is, most of you have built houses. I know everyone here has built a house at some point in their life. Even me, I built a house using small bricks. So we have played brick games. So Scratch says that we can do programming in a way which is in a brick form, arranging bricks in order such that the house doesn't fall. Now, we have these sections which we have motion. If you want to program anything to change position, of course, you will be using any blocks which are in motion, then looks, appearance, and maybe changing, if you're creating stories, we shall be getting blocks here, then sound. Events is where we go to start any program. It will be like to define a program, or maybe if I use a simple language, it will be like your key to the car. You don't have it, your car doesn't start. Then control, control the behavior. So some of these, we are just going to be learning them as we proceed with the project, sensing operators, variables, and my blocks. Now, we are going to start. We don't learn, with the form we are going to be learning is we are going to have a project-based learning. So we learn by project. Now, at this moment, I want us to develop an application which enables someone to log in, to create an account, and then they log into their system. So you've gone to websites, or you've gone to mobile applications, and you've seen that before using the application, they want you to create an account first. And when you come back again, you have to log in using the account you created. So even the projects that you're going to build, we encourage you that they have what we call, technically we call it authentication, but for now, just call it login and sign up. Someone signs up. And why we do sign up is you want to track, because you're going to put your games or your applications online. Everyone is going to access them, and you want to know who used your program and who has the highest score, who has the highest score in playing your game. So that signing up, that logging in can help you track that. And we're going to be introducing a concept called variables and lists. So today we are going to be dealing with, not only today, but even in the next, in the following days, variables. It's just one block here, or one element, or maybe one section, but it enables us to do a lot, just that you're going to be doing. Now, let us hear from one of you. Raise up your hand and tell me, what's a variable? What do you think? I don't want someone to answer exactly. I don't want exact answers. I want just someone to tell me their own understanding. Yes, please, Caleb.
Excuse me.
Yes.
When I go to Scratch export, these things are not working.
Oh, you are using,
I'm not seeing the cut.
You don't need to see the cut. I can delete my cut. So you can program anything. It doesn't have to be the cut.
It has to be a what?
Anything. We are going to choose our own, and you program what you want. You get it? It's you who decides what you want to program. The cut appears because it's the one which forms this program. So it's the own of the program. That's why it always appears when you open it. But there are some programs which also have their own, like the Xbot has its own bot, which you can program. Okay, now I'll get back to you. I will allow you to share your screen if you're using Sprites Xbot, and then I see how I can help you to proceed. Let's get to here. If you have an opinion,
okay.
If you have an opinion towards the question I just asked, your understanding of a variable, please raise up your hand and let's see how you understand a variable. Let's get to hear from Benjamin.
A variable is like something that you can think of and maybe like a guess.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome. So that's a very good definition. And before I tell you my opinion, do we have anyone else? Let me get a lady. If you're a lady here, please raise up your hand and we get you. Let's hear from Michelle and Nicole.
A valuable is something that is precious to someone.
Wow. What do you mean by precious?
They can't let go of it. They would want to keep it, and
Nice.
it's dear to them.
Nice. Let's hear from, is it Winnie?
A variable is a data item that may take on more than one value during a runtime of a program.
Who told you that? That's awesome. That's a very perfect. That's a perfect definition, and I'm so happy that.
No one.
I beg your pardon. Okay, you just come again with your definition.
A variable is a data item that may take on more than one value during a runtime of a program.
Nice, nice. Can you just type that in the chat so that anyone, your friends can note that down? So our definition is the perfect definition for a variable. And what I can tell you right now is a variable it's just like your saving box at home. It keeps on taking in things, and what the contents inside it keep on changing, keep on increasing, or they can even decrease when you decide to get some money, some coins out of you break your savings box if you want some donut. And so if you remove, it's a negative. If you add, it's a positive. So a variable is just like a box where we store things, and there are things which can change over time. So a variable age is a variable because it keeps on changing. And let me get other examples of variables that you know. Just type them in the chat. Let's get, mine is age. We said first, before you type, we said a variable is something which can change. And it's also something which stores information. You get, it can store content. So let's get height, money, perfect. Perfect. I can also say time varies. So let's keep them coming. Now that we understand weight, very good. Thanks, Winnie. Okay, performance, just keep them coming. And now talking about variables, let someone also relate. What's a list? Let's now explain. What's a list? What is a list? Now that you understand the variable, how about a list? It's also not so far away from a variable. We get Benjamin's hand is up. Please just unmute if you want to.
A list is like a group of words that you need maybe to buy something. Like, for instance, let me say that I was going to the supermarket and I wanted like some things. So I have to write a list of what I wanted.
Awesome, awesome. That's the perfect definition. Can you just type that in the chat such that your friends can note it down? That's an absolute. So let's get to hear from. Let me see who else. His hand is up. We have, is it Kay? Please unmute. You've not joined with your sound, so I cannot. I don't know. You just join your sound such that you can unmute. Okay, so you can unmute yourself.
A list is a group of things that you want to do. A list that you want to get, or something that you want to achieve, of things that you want to do or get.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice, nice. Let's get those definitions in the chat such that we don't lose them and everyone can use them to understand. I see, Winnie, your hand is still up. Do you still want to supplement before we proceed? Okay, okay, now let's proceed. So as we mentioned earlier, today we are going to do two things. We are going to develop a game, and also we are first going to make an application where someone can log in, register, and before they access our system. So we are going to build a system which someone needs to register. And let me now explain how the list comes, the variables come in. Whenever someone comes to register, all the people who register will be added to a certain list of our users. You get, users are people who make use of your application to solve their challenges. And we need to keep track of them, to store them somewhere in a list. But then how does a variable work with the list? A variable is just something which can store information temporarily before it goes to a list. So in this case, when someone comes to register, before we take their information to any list, it is in a variable. And we are also going to be using variables when someone is logging in, because they need to just type in their password and their email temporarily. Then the system will check in the list to see whether their information exists, and then they will be allowed to access the platform. As simple as that. That's what we're going to be doing before we build a multiplayer game. Now, before I do any, let me just start. If you're using Scratch Export, you are going to let me know, and you just follow what we are doing. So if you don't see anything that we are doing here, then you can just raise up your hand or just tell me in the chat, and then I'll be happy to help you. But if you still can use Scratch Online, if you don't have, let me also share the Scratch Online, because it will enable you to not use Scratch Export right now. If you want to follow us directly, you can use this link. This is to download, but then the one to use it offline, I don't know why it's not copying, is this one. So you can use the offline version by clicking the second link out there. And if you still want to use Scratch Export, then let me start over. When you don't see any block, just type in the chat, and then I'll be happy to help you. So now we want to create an application. So what we need first is to come and paint. Come here where there is this. If I'm to introduce, maybe for some of you who are joining us for the first time, this here, what we see here is this is the code section. It's called code section. And this here is what we call the coding area. Then, so this one I said is the code section where we get the blocks of code. And then the last one here, which we are seeing in here, just like a screen here. This is called a screen, where we see what we are doing. And sorry. So this is a screen. Then this here is what we call, this is where the Sprites section. So let me say Sprites, where we get the Sprites bank. I will call it a Sprites bank. So Sprites are just like animations which we give instructions. So this is a Sprites bank here. And then the last one here, which you're seeing here, is what we call the backdrop. Any animation, any game without a nice backdrop or an interactive backdrop is a boring game, is a boring animation. So let me just type this in chat here, and I see some questions are rising already. So this is a backdrop bank or background bank. Just do it like this. Yeah, makes sense now. And hey, some questions in the chat already. Let me see. Teacher, how do you make blocks? One time someone did it on Scratch Offline on the game in fact. I also tried it and failed. So we are going to be doing that. Don't you worry. And I'm happy that you've used Minicraft already. It's also something we shall be using in the next adventure. Now, I see some hands are up. Maybe before I proceed, let me enable. Let me call out the first person. I see Benjamin, your hand is up.
I forgot it up.
All right. Thanks a lot. Now we see also, let me see whose other hand is up. I see Dilwin. Sorry if I pronounce your name in an inaccurate way. Just please unmute. And I also see Christian. Christian, your hand is also up.
We're going to be making an app where you can sign in today.
Yes, now we are going to do it now.
I also wanted to say that now I have found out that how to make a two-player game that two people can play.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you.
Nice. Thanks, Christian. How about, I also see Caleb, your hand is up.
Can I show my screen share how my export is going? My Scratch export.
Please go ahead. Let's give you a second. Just do it within 15 seconds, then we proceed. Now, I want you to first click on, are you seeing that pair of scissors, which is above there? Let me see. This pair of scissors here. When you click on this pair of scissors, I want you to come and click on this sprite one, which is a robot, and delete the robot. Why did you install the Chinese version of Xbot? Did you use the link that I gave you?
No.
Use the link. You use the link that I sent to you via email. This is a Chinese version. You're not a Chinese. Let me just share the link one more time. Sorry, just delete that. This is going to really not work for you. Delete that. Let me share with you a new link too. You should use the link that I sent. The links that I send you.
Come and help me.
So let me just do this before we proceed. Or you are interested in learning Chinese through Scratch. Now, use this link. Use this link if you don't. If Scratch doesn't work for you, the scratch.mit is the best application. If it doesn't work, is when you can use this second link that I've shared. Now, let's proceed. Let me share my screen. And as we wait for Caleb also to get along with us, I would advise actually you use the offline version, the online version first, then you would install that later because it may take some time. So if I were you, I would first follow this link that I've shared last, and then I follow through what we are doing. Then you will install that after the class, and you'll be good to go. So just try to first follow the second link that I've shared. Now, we start by coming. I already explained that this is where when I click this, I can choose any sprite that I want to program, and it will do what I want. But that's a little bit defined for us. If you wanted to paint your own, because this is where creativity comes in, painting your own sprites, you click on paint, you just hover on here, and then you click on paint. If you want to download from the internet, there are so many nice characters that you can use in your game or in your application, which are on the internet. I'll show you how to download them. You click on, you download them, then you upload them using this button here. Upload them, then you program them to do what you want them to do. So when we come to the last column of this Scratch interface, we see some bar here which has a stage, and the stage is kind of it gives us a background, those nice pictures behind us, behind our animations, or we can paint our own by clicking on paint. Then we do our own paintings here, or we can also get some from the internet. They can either be pictures or videos or animated. We can make them animations. We can make pictures animated such that it appears as if it's a moving video in our background. Now, that having been said, we are going to now start. How do we start? We start by painting. So we are going to come and paint our own, let me say, let's paint our own backdrop. Let's start by painting our own backdrop. Come to the last, this last one, which has stage, then paint it. We want to have a backdrop, or if you go to any website, it will have something like a background color, or maybe background picture. So you can have on your application, something like a background. This is what I want to do in here. Now, when I come to backdrop here, I will see so many. When I clicked here, this is how I did it. I clicked paint, and then it brought me here. So I have tools here, the reshape. This is for painting. This is for changing shape. Then this is a brush for annotating. Then this is a rubber. If I don't like this, I can rub it. Then this is to fill the color. If I wanted to fill this whole part with the color, maybe let's say if I change, this is fill is to change the color. If I change the color to green and I come to fill this box, I would fill there green, I fill here green, like that. Then this is T for text, to add text messages, or maybe to write some words on your application or your game. So for example, I am the best gamer. You can type anything using this tool here. Then this is a line, just like you see it. It can enable you to draw your perfect lines, but you can always increase. This is the outline to choose the color of your, if I chose the color, I just be changing this brightness, the saturation, and the color to achieve the color, or maybe the saturation that I really want. Then this is to increase the width, or maybe the thickness of your line. If I make it 15 here, I can be able to have a thicker line like that. And lastly, we have a circle, or maybe second lastly, we have a circle here. I can use this to make a circle, a circular shape like this. And why it's like this, it has an outline. You see this outline, a purple outline coming, and the color which is inside is green. So if I don't want any outline color, I just click on this arrow which is near outline, and then I click on this red line. This red line says no way for outline, remove outline. So when I click on it and I draw my circle again here, it will not have an outline. So it's upon you to decide whether you want your circle or your shapes. For all shapes, even when you go to the square here, if I don't want it to have an outline, you see it's already canceled. When you see this line here, it means there's no outline, and meaning that the thickness is also 0. So if I wanted to maybe draw a square here, it would not have an outline. But if I wanted it to have an outline, an outside color, I choose this arrow here, then I change to the color that I want to be the outline. If the color is red, then I choose red, and I increase the thickness here to whatever I want. Then I just draw my square, and it will have an outline. So now, using these skills, if this is the reshape tool, and this is what the reshape does. If I wanted to change the shape of this, I can click here, then I just do something like this to reshape. This one reshapes anything to remove it from the Technically, we call it definite, and maybe we now make it irregular. So this is a regular shape, but then if we want to make it irregular, we can click points at points. You just click where you want to make maybe a hole like this, then you just move your cursor towards where you want to check it. So even this, I can just make any shape using the reshape. This is achieved using the reshape tool here. So let's now, having known how we use all these tools, I'll just now take them away. And I start over with the adventure together with you, of course. So let the party begin. We begin by just choosing this field. For the background, we just want to fill everything here. And if I click on the jar here, it means it's going to fill this whole place with one color. But if I don't want to fill it with one color, then I can maybe use the square to draw one color down here, then another one up here. But for now, I just want one color. So I first convert to bitmap. The convert to bitmap enables me to pour the color to this whole surface. So I convert to bitmap, then I click on the jar here, and I want it to be which color. Let me choose my favorite color. I think that will do for my application. Then I just click here like that. You choose your own, don't choose my color, don't copy me. Now, since we have a background color for our application, we are now going to move on to Sprite here. We have left backdrop. Now forget about this backdrop. Don't use it until I tell you to use it. Now we are coming to where we see Sprite, the Sprites bank here. We are now going to paint. Don't paint. So some of you are going to paint again another backdrop and you make a mistake. The rest of the paintings have to be Sprites. This one, which is the column which follows the stage here. So I come to this Sprite here, then I click on paint here above the choose a Sprite here. Then I'll get another interface here, which I can now manipulate to come up with the buttons. We want now to have the buttons for logging in and registering, and also to write something on our website. So I want to create a login button. So I will have maybe to use, I will use a square, and I change this color to, if it's register, let it be blue. Then I just draw something like this. Upon drawing this, let me see. So this is like our navigation bar, which is going to be, the register can be somewhere here. Then you just come and click on text here. And under text, when you click on text, you change the color, because if you write blue on blue, it will not appear. So the text, the color of the words should be maybe, let's say, white. If I change to white, then I click in the middle of my box here, and I just say register. Or even register is ordinary. Let me use sign up. And I just locate this. Then I click on the pointer. After clicking on the pointer, I can move this to make it centered, such that my work looks professional. Now that's a button for sign up. And it cannot do anything without programming. It's just going to be like a picture until we program it. Then what you do, you just click on this, then click shift on your computer to highlight all of them. And then you group them, make them one. It's now grouped. I can now move it anywhere. Now, let's get to the other bit of now. You don't paint the other button here. Come back again now to paint another sprite. Don't paint another one here. For each of the, you see, this is a login. This is a sprite one, which I can name sign up. So I'll just call this sign up. And then I come here to choose a sprite, then paint a new sprite. And I'm going to call this one login. So I just click on the square here and I choose the color. If I'm too fast, please type in the chat. I choose the color here. This is the color for my login and I just draw the same kind of shape. If you want the shape to be the same, because you want to be maybe having the same size of the shape, you can just come to this sign up and click on it, then copy. If you copy it, you can paste it the other side. So let me show you how to do that. I click on the pointer here, then I click this and I click on copy. After clicking on copy, then I come to my sprite one, which I'm making for login here. Then I just come here to paste and it's going to come here. So I change this color. I just click on the color and I change it to green like that, meaning they are going to be the same size as you're seeing, the same size and the same shape. So I will put the login somewhere, maybe here. Let me put them at the corner. So you can decide how your application looks like. This is how mine looks like. Don't do exactly like mine. So now I'm left with typing some text here. So I click on text, I choose the color, which is white. So I reduce the saturation to achieve white. And I type here, login in white. Click here on the pointer and then I just locate this to the middle. Yeah, so it's about to get fun when people start using your system and you can see so many people who have used your system. So I see your hands are up. Just keep them up until, let me just finish this and I get back to you. I named this login. And this is also, I should reduce the size of the sign up. So I can just come inside here and I remove the space between sign up. Makes sense now. Uniform, of course. So then this, I come and this is now sign up, this is login. So I have two sprites here and I have one backdrop. So I want you to go back to the stage, click on the stage that you created, then just come and write. Click on text here and say, choose the color to black. So I change the color to black and I just type here, already have an account. So you can just make this move somewhere here. Already have an account with the, of course, with the question mark at the end. If someone already has an account, they log in, you get. So you want to say already have an account, then you change this to be small. It has to be small such that it fits in here. So you just move this at the edges here to reduce on the size. Something like that. Then you now position, you can come here and position it, or you can position it from this side, of course. Already have an account, it should be close to login. So I'm coming to the chat, I'm coming to the people who are raising up their hands. So it looks a little bit so small, so let me try to increase it like that. And this is still okay. So let me now get to the people whose hands are up and we see how we can help each other. I start with let me see, Austin. Then we shall go to Dillwyn. Austin, please.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning, Austin.
Fine. Teacher, should we do what you're doing?
Yeah, you should do what I'm doing, but not exactly what I'm doing. You should learn from what I'm doing, then do your own application.
Yes.
All right. Let's get to hear from Dillwyn. If you can unmute, please, we shall be able to hear from you. So many hands. Okay, let's get to, let me see. Dilwin, please unmute. Click unmute. Okay, we shall let him maybe text in the chat. Let's first get to Seremba Peter. Peter, please. Shaun Peter. Okay, let's get to
Teacher,
yes, please.
when I try to put in the backdrop, the color I select, when I select the color, the one on the screen goes to another one. It does not put the color I had selected.
Did you click on convert to bitmap?
No.
You first click on convert to bitmap, which is just below here.
Okay.
All right, let's get to K. Let me see. I see K.
I have finished the progress. So far it has gone well.
Wow.
I finished. By the time you are already writing login, I had already finished login.
Really?
And by the time you are writing already have an account, I was already done. So I had to wait for you so that we can continue.
That's nice to know that you're ahead of us. Let's also help our friends to get to the same level, then we proceed. Let's get to hear from Caleb, then we get to Christian. Caleb, please.
Teacher, I changed the language to what? To English.
Oh, and did you delete the bot and then add a new sprite? And paint.
You see, I was going. I pressed the scissors and they told me delete. And now how do I go to go and get the deleting?
First share your screen for a moment.
Here it is.
Just click on the pair of scissors.
And then how do I get it up to? I want which one? I delete this one here.
Click on it once, then come and after clicking on it, come here to this and then click on this.
After there,
I want to see it going. If you have clicked this pair of scissors, then when you click on this, it will go away.
after going away, what do I do then?
Then you click on, we went to backdrop first. So you click on backdrop, then make your backdrop. Then you come to click on a new sprite and then make your, add your new sprite.
Okay.
Nah, yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. So let's get to get to Christian.
Before I was wondering like how to copy and paste. I'm wondering how.
Oh yeah, I'm going to show you if you missed that.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to Ronel. I can't see how you can. Okay, let's get to Ronel. Join with your audio so we can enable you to unmute. Let's get to Anne, please.
Teacher.
Yes. We can't hear you.
My network.
Sorry. Do you have a question you want to unmute?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Don't mute yourself if you're asking a question.
My network was on and off, so I didn't see how you put the backdrop.
All right, I'll show you how to do that. Let me just share my screen one more time. So I put the backdrop by going to the stage. This is the stage. What you see here is what we call the stage. So what I did is I came here. Then instead of choosing a stage which is already in Scratch, I came to paint my own stage here. Paint. On the stage, the last column after passing this is for painting a sprite, but I went to the last one. Then I clicked paint and I just clicked. When I clicked paint, so this is also answering Christian. When I clicked paint here, this came up here and I clicked convert to bitmap, which is down here. You must click on convert to bitmap. Let me just highlight it. This is convert to bitmap, which I click in order. When I click this, I'll be able to just click on the jar here. Then I choose my color. If I want it to be red, I choose red, then I just click anywhere here and the whole place will appear red like that. Does that make sense to both of you? So now you have a stage. But since I have mine already, I'll just click this to delete it. And now someone was asking, how do I copy? Now let me get to the sign up here.
Teacher.
Yes?
I was going to say, I'm using a phone, and now when I was going to I was looking for backdrops, but I don't see it. I only see the screen over here. I only see this where there is where you can drop from, but I don't know where the backdrop is.
You may already have been, share your screen and I see what you're seeing.
Okay, I'm going to share it.
Okay. The rest, we request that you be a little bit patient, such that the questions are almost getting done, then we proceed. So share your screen, Caleb, then we see how we can help you. Then I'll come to you, Delwin.
It's there. It's over here. I'm using a phone.
Yeah, so that's a sprite. Now you click on the stage. If you want to, this is the sprite. You first delete this. So this is the sprite. You can leave it, but if you wanted to draw, to paint a stage, you would come here. This is stage where you're seeing stage. Now click on new backdrop here. Then you'll be able to paint your own stage.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, let me see in the chat. Yeah, we are two. Someone is saying, can I share mine to show my progress? Okay. Okay. Let me see. Ronel and Misha are also using Ali's account. Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. All right. Michelle says I reduce my speed. Okay, I'll do that. Sorry about my speed. Then teacher, I did not see how you put the, okay, that was answered. So let me unmute. Let's unmute Ali. Let me unmute Ali to hear from Ronel. I can't see how. Okay, just raise up your hand. Let's hear from let me see. Okay, let's hear from Ronel and Misha. Please unmute.
Okay, please we share a screen, show you how we're doing.
Sure.
Okay, share screen. This. What do I do? Okay. This is what I've done here.
Wow.
We.
But you know why I put my already have an account on the side of the login, because it's someone logs in when they already have an account. So that word already have an account, it should be only on the side for login. But if someone doesn't have an account, then it's when they should sign up. And also make sure that you label, you name this. This is named as login, and also name this as sign up. Just don't leave it to side two and side one. Otherwise, the work is so
okay.
And also ensure that the logic, you understand the logic behind putting the already this sign up. Someone signs up when they don't have an account. If they have an account, it's when they log in.
No.
Okay.
Cool.
I understand. Thank you.
Now let's get to. Let me unmute Delaware. Then we proceed. Okay, someone has shared. This is Michelle and Nicole. Okay. Raise up your hand, Michelle, if you want to unmute and share. Okay, let's hear from. Okay. Kay wants to. Kay, you can also share your screen and let's get to see your progress if you want to. Otherwise, if you are okay. This is Michelle. Michelle, you can unmute. You can unmute and ask. I see this is very good. Just reduce the size of your already have an account. It should not span through the whole. We are going to add other content on the other part of the screen. So it should be a little bit realistic and so small because someone will already be able to see it.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Welcome. Okay, now let's get to the last person and then we proceed. Of course, some questions will come afterwards. Otherwise, we shall not finish this class. So, Dilwin, please unmute.
Yes, teacher.
Please go ahead with your question or your comment.
Yeah. Should we sign in like in
I'll show you how to sign in, but you are supposed to create an account. I'll show you how to create an account. If you already have an account, then sign in. I just don't get your question, Delwyn.
Oh. Thank you, teacher.
All right. Now let's proceed. I see Benjamin. Let's give. Of course, I'll give you guys a chance at the end. Benjamin, please.
I do not know how you put the dot on the dot on the sign up.
But no, these things are too small.
How I put the what? Please just try to be a little bit audible.
Yes, it's very small.
Sign up. If I put something like this.
There's no dot on my sign up. Yeah, that I just is a small letter. That's why you see that dot above the I. Nice. Okay, let's get to hear from Christian. Then we get to K and we close.
I wanted to ask, how do you copy and paste?
This is copying, and if I wanted to copy this, I click on it. You see, I click on the pointer. This is a pointer. Then when I click on the pointer and I click this and I click on copy, copy is just, are you seeing this? Copy.
Yes.
Then I click copy. If I want to paste it here, I just click paste and it's going to come here and I can move it now. And then I have 2 signups here. Make sense now?
Yes, but how will you paste it to the other sprite?
I just copy.
Put it to the...
I just copy. If I want to copy everything here, I just Control A, then everything is copied. Then it's highlighted. Then I click copy and I go to this login. When I come to login, I just click on paste and it's also going to come here. And then I can put it here like that. Yeah.
And
So
I also wanted to ask, how do you delete a sprite?
Deleting a sprite, you see this bucket here.
No, like
This deletes. Even when I have this pasted here and I want to delete this, I just click on it, then this bucket here will delete everything that I want to delete.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get to hear from Kay. Please, if you can unmute, then do so. Let me see, just a moment. You can unmute yourself, Kay, then you ask your question before we proceed.
This might share my screen and show you the progress that I've made so far.
Nice. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just press share screen. After that, press share screen.
This is how far I've gone so far.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is it's good work. But as I mentioned earlier, the reason why we put this already have an account, it's because we want someone to log in, not to sign up when they already have an account. Okay, someone only logs in when they don't have an account. But if already have an account, this should be in between here, such that someone, if they have an account, they don't sign up, but they just go and log in. You get what I'm trying to say?
So should I remove the login part?
No, you just put this word which has already have an account between the login and the sign up. And it should be small to be the size of the login here.
So already have an account should be in between sign up and login.
Yes, and it should be a little bit smaller than this.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, now let's proceed. I think if you have no more questions, we shall get other questions. Benjamin, I'll give you a chance after. Don't worry. Let's just note the questions in the chat or just keep them for me when. And also Michelle and Nicole. Just first give me 5 minutes. Also, I also talk. Then you will also talk. Now, after this, of course, just have the questions in the chat if you feel like leaving.
I'm screen sharing. Can you see the screen share? It's Christian.
Oh yeah, I can see, but you've not organized your. I like the application, but it doesn't. You've not aligned them well. They already have an account. Is not before the login. It should be before the login, not below here.
How do I restart it?
First of all, you made a mistake. All your things, for us, we didn't put these buttons on the sprite. You get, you have to come and paint. When you want to create the login, you have to come to this icon, then hover and use the paint.
But teacher, you screen share and I see what you do.
All right. So this is what you see me. I have sign up and login there, but my buttons are here. But on my stage, I only have this. My stage only has the color and this word, which has already. Sorry, if I can first convert this. My word here, which has already have an account, only that. But the rest are sprites, and I came here. I didn't
do that. That's what I didn't understand.
Okay, now when you're painting a stage, just click come here and hover on paint under the stage, then just click convert to bitmap and click on this jar, select the color that you want to fill, then just click here and the color will come, then click on text. You can come.
I'm confused. Do you first put sign up login, then after that you first
click the stage
again?
You first start with the stage. That process is what I'm repeating now. You start with the stage. So first come to the stage.
You are too fast.
Sorry. Have you finished making your stage?
Teacher, I'm just going to restart it.
Okay, just click on file and new project. Then you will be good to go.
Teacher, could you show me how you do it?
I said you come to choose a sprite here, then come to paint. Paint here. Then you will see something like this.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay. Now, let's proceed I'll give a chance to the rest of you after this. I just want to ensure that we learn something. But also, I also want to ensure that we don't leave anyone behind. That's why I'll keep on allowing you to speak. So after this, I now have all my my sprites that I want, but this is a boring. I would say boring page. I need to add some picture. Now, this is how you can get your pictures. So let me just share my entire screen here and maybe we see how we can get some more cool pictures on here to use. Just a moment. So when I leave you behind, just follow what I'm doing, then I'll get back to you. Don't be left behind in this stage as well. So let me share the Google to just search for some pictures with you. You can follow through and also search your pictures which you're going to use in your game. If you have your pictures on your phone, on your computer, use your own pictures. Actually, let's use our own pictures. It's our website, of course, but then since we are going to be taking it online, I don't advise you to use your own pictures. Let's just download some here. So I will just come here and I say, the application is an education app. I'm going to make an education app. So I just type education homepage.
So I haven't just seen what you're screen sharing.
You're not seeing what I'm screen sharing?
Yes, they're just showing me. They're just showing me that you're screen sharing that I'm not seeing.
How about now?
Now I can see. Yes,
All
I'm
right.
seeing Google.
Yeah, so just search, just type education and then come to pictures here. You come to images, sorry. You click on images. You have to be to Google. You type google.com is where you're supposed to search this from. And then I just click on any picture that impresses me. This one looks so nice for my game. And I right click on it. Then I save image as. Mark what I'm doing, save image as. I don't copy or do anything. I just save image as. Then I give it a name here, which is education text. I choose where it goes, downloads, and then I click save. So after saving my picture, let me now share my Scratch to show you how I upload it to Scratch. This is what I promised to show you, so I'm doing it. Now, when you come here where there is choose a sprite, then I go to the last icon here, which has upload a sprite. And then I look for it. It's already in downloads here, and I click open. It starts uploading here. It will be telling me it's uploading. And after finishing, I'll be able to see it here. So this is my picture. I need now to just rearrange it and maybe click on costumes here. I click on the picture, then I click on costumes, and I click on convert to vector such that I can reduce click pointer and reduce the size. Maybe I can just move it downwards here like that. Education has to be shown here. Something like that, then I just shrink this a bit. So you have your own design, don't do mine. It's your application. So this is my application, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put another button here. So I come here to choose a sprite, and then I paint. Of course, this one is not, let me rename it to maybe home page. And then I come and add another, just the way a website would look. I paint another one. I'm not, Christian, I want you to notice, I'm not painting using the stage. I'm painting using a sprite here. Then now this is the fourth sprite which is coming here. And now I just want to add maybe, even before I paint this fourth sprite, I come back to the stage. Under stage, I'm going to add a text here. And the text is going to be in black. So I choose the color to be black. And I say, I type here, welcome. Welcome to the name of your project. Mine is, I can call it Educare. Welcome to Educare. Then I just click here and then I move it a little bit to where I want it to be.
So how did you type? Did you go to where your backdrop is? Then you click it, then you type.
Yes, I went to where my backdrop is here. Then I click text. This text means you want to type T. Now, welcome to Educare. You can say you are coaching, your coaching partner here. I can just click another text here. Text, then I click here and I say you are learning partner. This is how my system is going to be called. Then I click on this and I just bring this down here and I make this one smaller like that. Your learning partner, and I can change the color for this to be maybe red, like that. Welcome to Educare, your learning partner. This is how your application, this is what we call the user interface. This is what the user will be able to see. Now, after adding this, of course, you can add other buttons here, which will come later in this journey. But for today, let's have only these ones in order not to confuse ourselves. Then you can have also the logout later. I will show you how to put the page to where to put the logout. Then after this is now like our first page. Then I just come here. Notice what I'm doing. I come to my backdrop here. This is so critical. So let me just highlight it. I come to my where there's backdrop one at this side here, and I'll just right click here and I duplicate the backdrop, and this now is now backdrop 2. Then under backdrop 2, I just come and delete. Let me see. Let me first point.
Teacher, do you want to see the picture I got? I had it inside my tablet.
Okay, you're nice. I'm going to give you a chance after this. Just prepare it to share. So let me rub. You just get a rubber here. and Rab this already have an account. It's not rubbing, then I try converting to bitmap. And I just come and click the pointer one more time to fill this color here. I want to fill this color with the same color, which is I click on this. If I want the same color here to be of black, I click this arrow here. Then I select this color, and it's the color which I'm going, such that now the word already have an account. Is not there. And now on my page, after someone logging in, they should access this this page here. And I'm just going to click text. You should not fight to do what I'm doing, but just understand what I'm doing. Then here I'm going to say your profile, and I change this to color black. My profile. So this is the profile of the user, if they log into their account.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Can you help me learn how to write?
Okay, let me share your screen, please. Let me help you learn how to write.
How to...
Teacher.
Please share your screen and I teach you how to write.
Teacher Solomon.
Yes, Benjamin, I can hear you, but your voice is too low.
Yeah, it's
How
mine.
do you get pictures?
Wow. I like the amazing pictures, and I like how you've understood the concept. You've just not done anything for Sprites for the login. But under your picture, I want you to click on T. If you're using this,
Trying, but it just doesn't work for me.
click T.
Teacher, I'm trying, but it doesn't work for me.
It has to work. Okay, if it's not working, you come here and click on convert to bit. Convert to.
No, teacher, I'm saying that I keep opening Sprites and I keep trying to draw those boxes, but when I draw when I drew sign up, it was inside login.
Okay, I'll get back to you, Christian. Let me first help. Let me first get to the person who is sharing their screen. So, Caleb, I want you to click on convert bitmap if it's not working. But if it's working, this is how you're supposed to get to text. Try clicking and see. If it's not working for this point here, then click on convert to bitmap, convert to vector here, downwards here. Then you try clicking on, then let me know if it's working.
I got two pictures. Even my second one is over here.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, now you try to click on text and adding text, but the picture should not occupy the whole screen. If you want, then your words, your button should be so more clear if you want the picture.
Teacher.
Yes. Okay, if you're done, then we can move on to the next person.
Teacher, for making a box and writing in, sign up and log in.
Yes. Okay, now if you didn't get how to draw the box, just pay attention when I share my screen again. I'm going to, so I get a question from Ethan. Let's hear from Ethan.
Teacher.
Let's first hear from, I'll let you know, let me now mute everyone. Then I'm done. You raise up your hand and I'll let you talk. So Ethan, please unmute and ask your question.
Teacher, me when I debut, the picture still is still going on there. It's still on the backdrop when I debut.
You don't know how to share your screen?
Yes.
You share your screen and I see. The rest, don't worry. Everyone is going to understand. Everyone is going to leave this work. I'm so happy that. Wow.
Now I have deputed this one. When I have deputed this one, here the picture still is still there.
Which
Even
one?
if here it's this one of education.
So what you're trying to talk about is this picture. This picture, you're the one who decides. It's a sprite already, as you can see. So you don't worry if it's still coming in. We are going to take it away by using code, okay? So don't worry if it's
Yes.
the picture. If you want to remove it, you have to use programming, and we're going to come to that stage.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get to hear from
Click on Skype and then
I see Ronel and Misha. Please unmute. Ronel and Misha, unmute, please. If you have a question or a comment.
Teacher, when you want to save the thing on Google, what do you, when you left click, what else do you click?
You click save image as. Save image as. Okay, let's get to hear from Sean Peter. Please unmute.
Teacher, I cannot upload the picture.
Okay, don't worry. If you fail to upload, just leave it. Then you'll learn how to upload when I share my screen again. Or maybe when we do another project.
Okay.
Okay, now let's first continue for a short while, then I'll come back to questions. Okay, now here we go again. This is now my profile. I've created someone now. This is the page they will see when they come in, and maybe I can enable them to, we shall get to the part of the program later. So let's start coding. I don't want to do a lot to confuse you. So I'm just going to create the last page here, which is now going to be the logout. So logout is necessary for someone after using the system, they are going away. So they don't need to leave their account still open for someone to use it. So I come to log in here, and then I just come copy. I click on this arrow here, then I Control A and I copy everything. Then I click on copy. This is copy. After clicking on copy, I come to this Sprite one and I just click on paste, and then login comes here, but I don't need login. This time I need logout. So I'll just type log out here. And it can be the same color or it can be a different color, of course. So let me just turn on to, maybe I fill it with a different color. Let me try to see if purple works for the logout, like that. So this will be my logout, which should also be at this point here. It should be here. Don't worry if it's the coding which is going to bring out what we want. So then you come and call this logout, like that. Now let's get to the coding bit. So when I come, I start with sign up while coding. And I say, when green flag is clicked, it should show. So I go to looks. So whenever someone clicks the green flag or clicks anything, you can choose any way if someone starts your application. And so when green flag is clicked, it should show. You get. So this sign up should show. That sign up button should be seen by people. Then you come to the login and also say the same thing. When green flag is clicked, it should show. Show is under looks, which is just below here. Put it here. Do the same thing for all the applications that you want to show immediately. So even this should show. So I say when green flag is clicked, it should show. So I go to looks and then I click on show here. And I do the last one, which is log out. So when green flag is clicked, log out should hide. So I say when green flag is clicked, I don't need to see the log out. So I come to looks and I hide because someone should not see log out before they are logged in. That's common sense. Why do you see log out when you're still not logged in? So this means that when I click the green flag here, it's sign up, login, and this which will be seen. And what is here? My profile. Sorry. This should be here. Then now look at what I'm going to do to the stage. I come to the stage here. And under stage, I say, this is now the code for this. This one here is the one for login, the stage for login. So I just call it login. And this one is called the dashboard. So this is going to be called the dash, or you call it anything. Don't use my names. Just name it whatever you'll be able to remember when you're coding it. So this is like my dashboard, or I can even call it my profile. Let me call it profile to make things easier. And when I come to code, I come here to the first one to code. Then I say, when green flag is clicked, you decide which backdrop should appear. Of course, this is the technique behind everything. And that's how they do when they are doing that website development. You decide which backdrop should be seen when someone starts, when someone's at the login. So when green flag is clicked, I go to switch to looks, and then I switch backdrop to login, like that. Then I say, now that's enough. We shall get to others later. So when I click green flag, this is what is going to be seen as you're seeing here. And this is the code. Only when green flag is clicked for this, I need the login to be the first one to be seen, which is this one, which has these letters. Then I come to login, logout should hide, home page should show, login should show, and sign up should show. That's it. That's everything. Then now we start the heavy coding. Not heavy coding, of course, but we now want to make it interesting. What we do here, we say, when this sprite is clicked, when someone is here, they can either click on the sign up. So I come to events and I say, when this sprite is clicked, of course, this is a sprite technically here in Scratch, it's called a sprite. I'll say when this sprite is clicked, what should happen? This is now someone signing up. So you should ask, you go to sensing and ask someone what their name is, or you can say name, question mark. You have to decide what you want to be asking people, what information you want from people. It's upon your application. So it's not me who is to decide what your application is going to be about. But for mine, I'm going to be recording their name. I'm going to be recording their email, their password. I'm also going to be recording their age, or maybe their school. So what I do, I come to create now a variable. I come to variables. Of course, this is where we started from. Under variables, okay, please give us some more time. So before we continue, let me give you time. And if you have questions, let's go to Suna. Rian, please unmute. As the rest you be trying to code and get to here. Thank you very much for letting me know that I should give you some.
Teacher, when I'm trying to put a new background, like how you said on, like how you went on Google and you saved it. I tried to save it, but it doesn't work.
You try sharing your screen.
Okay. Let me come.
Christian, first enable Suna to share his screen, and I'll come back to you. But that's a nice page there, Christian. That's really that's absolutely nice. I like the picture. Now let's give a chance to Sean, to Suna to also share his. Rian, do you know how to share your screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, you do that.
So teacher, can you see when I'm screen sharing?
Yeah. Just click on any picture that you have, all right? Click on the picture which you like.
So I'm trying to click, but sometimes this phone starts freezing.
Okay, I get it.
So teacher, this is the picture I'm trying to.
Okay, try to.
I'm trying to do what?
Long press on it.
Nothing shows. It just shows that. Chelsea. So what can I do?
Okay, what you can do is you can just eliminate the picture, then I'm going to share with you via WhatsApp some pictures to use to upload. Or you can just use any picture on your phone.
Okay.
All right. Now let's get going. So you can stop sharing your screen first of all, as soon as if I can share my screen.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'll share my screen. So you can create the rest. I just did. It is just a simple code. When green flag is clicked, show. The ones you want to show are sign up, login, and homepage. These three. You see, it's the same code. When green flag is clicked, show. When green flag is clicked, show. Then when this sprite is clicked, ask. The rest this is to hide. It's nothing difficult. Okay. Now, let's try to proceed. We are supposed to end at 1:30. So we have less than 20 minutes left. That's why I want this project. We wanted to do a game, but we shall not be able because we waste a lot of time asking the same questions. So that's why I want, when I'm teaching, you pay attention such that you don't be left behind. Now, I'm creating a variable for name. I want you to create 4 variables. The first one should be name, then press OK. Then create another variable called email, then press OK. Then create the third one. Should be easy to do this. Then call it password or PIN. Let's have PIN for this. Let's just have PIN instead of password. Like that. Then create the 4th one and call it, what else do you want to get is maybe the school. So you can call this school. So I want you to just create only 4. You will create others when you've already understood. So I have 4. I need to get someone's email, which they will need to log in and their PIN. This is what they will need to log in. And then I also need to create a list. Come to make a list. This, let me annotate here. This is a variable. I use this to make a variable, but then list is down here. Make a list is down here. You should make also the list. For the list now, you'll just be adding S because it's a collection of many items. This is just one item. So when I click on make a list, I'll make a list of names. I make a list of emails. So let me delete this, my variable, which I don't use here. And I have only 4. I right click and take it away. Then I make another list of, this is now PIN or pins. So let me just modify it. I don't know whether that's English is okay. Then I call this schools. Like that. And you decide to hide them. If you untick, remove these ticks such that they are not seen on the screen. Even for the variables, remove the ticks such that they are not seen here. Now, at this point here, sorry about that. At this point here, you want to, when you ask someone's name, you want to store that name. So you come here to set any block which has set, and instead of setting email, you're now setting name. Set name to answer someone, what someone responds to here. So you go to sensing and you get answer here. Like that. So what do we mean? Let me just show you what this means. And I click the green flag and I come and click the sign up here, it will ask me name. And then I put my name here, Solomon. Then I press equal signs. Now, when you come to my variables here, my variable has name Solomon because it has now been temporarily stored here. The answer, what someone gave us, the answer came in this variable called name, and it's here. So now we want to take the variable name to the list of names. So after this now, you want to say, add name after setting variable to answer to the name. Now you add name here, you get this button for name. Not, you just don't type, you just get this button under variable and say add name to names, like that. See, programming is fun when you're doing it slowly and when you love it. then you think critically, write instructions systematically. So I have added this name here, which is in the variable. I've added it in the list of names. Then I can ask, I come again to sensing and I repeat the same thing. I just come to ask like that. And this time round, I want to ask now the email. So I'll just say email. And I do the same thing. I set email, I go to variables. Under variables, I set email. See this set email. Yes, email is already selected. Then I set to answer. Answer is always under sensing here. This answer here, which is under sensing. And I put it there. Then so let me just, okay. So after setting, you do the same thing. You now go to variables again. And since you created a list for emails, which is here, you add the first block here, which says add thing to emails. And what thing are you adding? You're adding a name. You're adding email. So you get email here under variables and you add it to emails like that. We're getting what is in the variables and we are adding it to the lists. So it will appear here. And then you do the same thing for ask again. For now, the school. So you can come here to school, I go to sensing and I say ask. Here you just type school. And you do the same thing, set school to answer. So I go to variables. Under variables, you come to set, which is here. Instead of email, you just click on this triangle here and then you see the variables available. Then you say school. So you're setting school to answer. And I repeat, answer is under sensing because it's a predefined function. Answer. Then after that, you now add answer, add the school to schools, the list. So I go to variables and under, when I look under my lists here, I see add thing. Instead of thing, I'm adding a variable called school to schools instead of emails. Don't confuse this and leave it to emails. It will go to the list of emails. So I click this arrow and I choose schools like that. Then the last thing I'm going to do is now to ask for the PIN number of someone. So I come to ask. And this time around, I'm going to ask for the PIN. So I will say here PIN. Then I will come and store PIN, come to variables and set PIN to answer. Where is answer? It's here. Now, before doing anything here, I want you to notice we need for PIN, you have to give someone maybe another chance to confirm whether their PIN they have entered, such that they don't enter a wrong PIN. So you can have another variable called confirm. This one can be called confirm PIN. Confirm PIN. And here you're going to say, after setting PIN, now before even going to the list here, you're going to say, you're going to come and ask again. See, the instructions can be long, but they are almost related to each other. And here you're saying, confirm your PIN. Confirm your PIN. Like that. And then you set confirm PIN to answer. You get. Now here you say, you bring an if and say if see now the coding has started. This is where the fun is going to be, though it may be challenging. So if you get the equal signs here, equal sign box, which is under operators here, and say if confirm pin equals to pin. So I come to variables and say if pin, or I can say if confirm pin is the same as the pin they entered, like that. See, now you're thinking systematically, you've started thinking critically. Why are we saying this? Let me explain. We are saying that sometimes you may enter a pin when you're creating an account and you forget the pin. That's why it's always good when you are, someone is signing up to enter their pin twice, such that they are sure that this is the pin they are going to be using. So if they are the same, then we are going to come to add to the list. Now we add that pin. So we add pin to the list of pins here. So before, if it's not, then you have to ask it again. So let me now use this if else. Sorry, I want you to first understand this, then before I use the if else, because it has, it's doubling that. So when I use this if else and I just bring this here and I add this. So what if someone's pin is not equal to pin? Then you ask again. So I come and I just right click this. I repeat, this is what we call the loop. I repeat this, put it here. Sorry. I start from here. I repeat from here, put it here. Then I remove this forever. Then I bring this. If someone's pin, the pin they have entered is not matching, it doesn't match, then you should ask the person the question again, enter their pin. So this should come inside the else here. Messing up my own work. So let me just turn this away. Yeah. Okay, now that makes sense. So I'll get this inside here and I throw this away. Now this is the only code that I want you to have. And this is the only hard part of it, by the way. So the last thing you're going to, before I come to you, let me give you some time. Of course, I'm going to give you some time. But before I give you some time, I want to add my forever. Do I need forever? Hold on. No. So that's it. So let me give you some time as I'm testing my application. So when I click on green flag and I click on sign up, let me just hide my variables here. I want to show, let me show the lists and you see that they're going to be coming here. So let me just show them for a little bit to show you what I mean. So when I click on, put them here, and I click on register, sign up. Then they ask me for the name. I say I'm called Bwire Solomon. And then I press enter. They ask me for the email. I'll say my email is solomon@gmail.com. Not my right email, but for this case, I use that. Then they ask me for the school. Of course, I will say I'm from Makerere University. Press enter. Then they ask me for the PIN. I can put 4 letters, 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my PIN. And I press enter. Then they ask me to confirm the PIN. Then I put 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and then it's added. You see, they add my email here to schools. They add my my school as Makerere, they add my PIN and they add my name here in the list. Let me now explain when someone's PIN doesn't match. So let me create an account for the next person. Let me create for an account for Trevor. So I'll say my name is Trevor, press enter. Trevor will come here. Then they ask the email, Trevor, trevor@gmail.com, enter. Then it comes here in the list. Then school, I'll say St. Francis. Then press enter. And then they ask for the PIN. Now I'm going to put pins which don't match. So the first one I'll put 111 4 times. Then they ask me to confirm, I'll put 222. And they ask me to enter the PIN again. It will not be confirmed, it will not be added. You see the PIN has not been added here. So until I put a PIN which matches 111, maybe 111, is when it will be added in here. Then so we needed here to add, we come here and add PIN. Set. And we have to repeat the same thing here, which is under here. So you come and get now the if then now, this one, if then you just duplicate this, put it here, and then duplicate here, what is inside here, put here. And now this should be here like this. And the code is done. That's everything you have to do for the sign up. So let me give you some time. We have 2 minutes left. You will just borrow me 3 minutes, then we finish the login. Login is the simplest actually. The hardest bit is this register or the sign up. The rest are so simple. So we have been adding instructions to the sign up here. So let me just hide my list such that they don't crowd my screen. That. Tomorrow we should start with the multiplayer game at 11:30 since we missed doing it today. So when you're done, when you're completed, or when you have a question, please type in the chat and I will be able to get to you. I'm left with the login button here. I've finished the sign up and I've proven that it works. Someone saying scroll up to the code. The code just starts from when this sprite is clicked. After when this sprite is clicked, you add this. You just have to follow, first understand. You don't need to copy as if this is not a class like you're copying things on the blackboard. It's about understanding and doing your own thing. Sorry if I'm not so clear for you to understand, but with time, if you follow even the recorded video, you're going to be able to catch up very quickly. We are going to ensure that I share the recorded video immediately after this class. Now, because of time, just know I'm going to share this recorded video and you're going to be able to see what I did here. So I wanted to just continue and finish before time. Okay, Austin, I'm going to share with the link for the recorded video. Sorry, for those who joined us late, you may be. Okay, let's try to go to login. Now, first leave alone let's now go to log in, which is simple, then log out, and when we close the class. So when I go to login, first, even when you are still here, after registering, let me now show you something else. If after this, after adding this, then you broadcast a message. So we need to broadcast a message. But we shall get to broadcasting messages, I think, tomorrow. It may really bring some. So let me, teacher, at what time is we are going to end in the next 5 minutes. We are supposed to end at 1:30, but because we had a lot of going backs, that's why we still, so let me go to login. So after someone signing up, this should hide, meaning I just need to find a way of hiding this. So I come to looks, and then I look for hide here. I put it here. Then I get hide again. I put it here if someone has entered the right pin. Let me try this and see. Green flag, name, enter email, enter school, enter pin, 111, 111. Then sign up should disappear. Very good. Then now I come to login. When I come to login here, I say, when this sprite is clicked, when the sprite for login is clicked, we are going to ask. So I come to sensing, and then I ask email. I'm going to ask only 2 things. Email, then I come to variables. I set email to answer here. This time I don't even need to use the list. And after getting this, then I again ask pin. So enter your pin. Enter your pin. Then I come to variables. I set pin to the answer, what someone responds under sensing. And that's all. Now I need to now start comparing. I say, I come to variables still, and I come down here. And then there is this which says, I first get the control, then I get if else here. This time around, I want you to be using the if else. And I come to variables, and I go to lists to check whether the person's email is the right email or is the right pin they are entering. So I say, if email contains, you have to now check both of them. This is difficult, what I'm going to do, but easier if you look cleanly and understand. I'm going to use the and. Both of them have to be right. The email and the pin have to be right before someone gets to their profile. So in this case, I say if email, just put this one has to enter here, like that. If email contains, instead of thing I say, I go to variables and I say email. If email contains email, which is now what someone has put when they are logging in. And I get another one here, which says email contains thing. I put it here. Then I say if pins contain pin, which is a variable here, above here. Then I put them inside here and I should be able to conclude now. If they are right, then broadcast. First of all, you broadcast, go to events and broadcast a message, success. They have successfully logged in. Else, if it's not the same, then you show. Okay, after broadcasting success, you have to hide. So I go to looks and I hide. But if it's not, then you hide, you show. So I come to show. If someone's email is wrong and everything is still wrong, it should go back and ask them again. So you can show and then repeat these steps here. So let me just right click and get this. And I put them here. After showing, then you're going to be able to ask again these questions here. And then you can come and have another if here. Or you don't even have to ask, you stop, just stop. This should make it easier. You stop everything such that someone can click this again. So now let's get to our sign up. When I receive events, when I receive a message success, then I should hide. So I go to looks and I hide this block here for sign up. It should not show. And also the login, when I receive, of course, it has already hidden. Then what else should hide? So I go to stage and I say, when I receive success, I should switch backdrop to profile. So I go to looks and I switch backdrop to profile, which is here. That should be it. So let me try out and see what happens. And I say green flag here. I click sign up and I just say this is Rachel. Then this is the email, rachel@gmail.com. Then school, maybe MST, junior school. Let me just say MST. Then pin, maybe 333, enter, then confirm, 333. Then since it was not, okay, let me say 333. Then it says login. Now when I click login, they ask for the email and I'm just going to say Rachel. Yeah. Was it Rachel? I forgot it. Rachel@gmail.com. Enter. Then I put my pin, which was 333. And then I'm on this. So I needed to hide the sign up as well. So I come to sign up and I say, when I receive success, I should hide. So I should have said hide under sign up. Should hide this as well. So let me try to log in. Click login and I say Rachel@gmail.com. Enter, then pin 333. So it comes to this profile with now no login. Now the logout should appear here. When I click on logout, and I come to costumes just to ensure that my logout is somewhere down here. Under logout, I say when I receive, I got events and I say when I receive success, I should show. Now logout, we shall code it later. So let me log in one more time. Login Rachel@gmail. Because I already created an account, I don't need to sign up. Then pin is 333. Then it shows my profile and I can log out using this. Now that brings us to the end of this class, and we shall continue from there tomorrow and maybe learn about other systems tomorrow. So let me give you a chance to, sorry if I was PD, but I'm going to share the recorded meeting for you to follow through. So let me get some questions from you. Just raise up your hand if you have a question, and or if you have a comment about today's class. Let me start with Christian.
Teacher, I want you to ask, is that what after you sign in, what next you do?
After you sign in where?
On your website you've created.
After you've signed in, then you are going to be, tomorrow we shall create maybe an application. If it's a game, someone has signed in, then can play my game, or they can do a quiz on my application. You can set up a quiz. People can do anything.
Teacher, you haven't yet sent the recorded meeting. I've been trying, but you haven't sent recorded meeting.
Always in the emails that we send you, you're going to see in the email or in the WhatsApp, we're going to send you after this meeting.
Can you send the recorded meeting in Zoom? Because last time I couldn't find any recorded meeting anywhere.
We are going to send you, you're going to see, and just when you read that email that we are going to send, you're going to be able to see under the previous classes, recordings from the previous classes, day 1, day 2, and day 3, and day 5. You're going to be able to see that.
Teacher, this is the fourth class.
This is the first class, and we have sent all those mail. Let me share with you. Let me just share with you.
Teacher, the last time I checked, I don't think I could, because when I check on the links for joining meetings, I see what when I check on the links for teacher, when I check on the links for sending for your meetings to join, I don't see anything else underneath them.
This is the email that we always send you to join the meet. And when you read this, below here they say link. Let me annotate this. Below here you will always see. Maybe you just don't read. You're not a good reader. You see link to recorded, link to video of day
teacher, right now we're on day 4 and it only has till day 3.
Yes, so first watch day 3, then today we are going to send the one which has day 4. Day 4 is going to appear here. You're going to be seeing day 4 here.
Teacher.
All right, so let's give a chance to Rene. Let's give first, Benjamin has been up for long.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, see you tomorrow. Benjamin.
Teacher Solomon, what time are you going to send the link for the recording?
I'm going to in 30 minutes from now.
Okay.
Hear from Ronel. Ronel, please just unmute yourself. Allow you to do that. So you can unmute yourself and just go ahead.
Teacher Solomon.
Yes, please.
Is it okay if I can share my screen?
Sure.
825.
If you're not, I also see Ronel's hand is up. Ronel, if you have a question or a comment, please go ahead as we are waiting for Benjamin to share his screen.
Please, may you go back to the sprite log sign, to the sprite.
And Madarauchia,
Hi, teacher.
Ryuk, Naruto,
You want
Luffy,
to back
Goku,
to the
Kakashi Sensei, Gon, Killua.
I'm not getting your question.
This to Killua.
Please, may you go back to the Sprite login? There's
Uchiha.
just like a few
Wait,
blocks that
actually,
we
I'm
missed
deleting
to
it.
see and code.
You want me to the
Deleting this one. Mommy, I've made my website. But you can say to send us a link for
I'm meaning log in.
login is here?
Yes. Hide, show else. Okay.
What about
Just wait
log
there
up?
for a moment. Hide.
Teacher Solomon,
Yes.
Stop.
I can't
No, it's
share
not
my
in
screen.
that. Control.
I can't share my screen because the Scratch program is on the laptop.
Mr.
Solomon, we are finished.
Mr.
The Zoom
Solomon, please
is-
may you go to log out. We did see the codes for it. We did when I received success. Sure. Oh yeah, it's okay. Time for me to log in. Wait, it's not activities. We are.
Have you muted? You have not
Bye bye,
muted.
teacher.
Have you?
And homepage, you can decide also to hide the homepage if you want. So it's me, I just decided to show it. That's why it's, and you should be able to test. I'll also put now to create an account. We are going to show you tomorrow how to create an account and upload your work online. Before I do anything, I see Ronel and also just please unmute. Ronel and A, please unmute if you want to ask a question.
Teacher Solomon,
Yes.
I cannot share my screen because the Scratch project is on the computer and the Zoom is on the phone.
Okay, that's okay. We shall maybe you'll share.
At gmail.com.
First,
I forgot her Gmail because he tested it. Mr. Teacher Solomon, when will the recorded video be posted?
it will be posted today. Have you all been receiving our emails via WhatsApp? Okay.
I beg your pardon.
Yes.
Emails or WhatsApp messages.
WhatsApp messages.
Yeah, then we are going to you receiving. If you want, you can just go to our check the YouTube channel. In the next 30 minutes, you're going to be able to see. Let me send the link to the YouTube channel. But we are going to send you.
Mr. Solomon, please share screen.
So that is why if you want to be following the videos, you can subscribe to the channel and post to be able to get it. So who wants to
Thank you. Thank you. Miss Maurice.
Teacher Solomon, when are you going to send them?
Let me first give a chance to Anne, then I come to you, Ethan, then I'll go to the next person. Yes, Anne?
I was just saying that could I leave because there's not enough power and my father has to use the phone at his work.
What's your question once again?
I was just saying that could I leave now?
Yeah,
because our power is gone and my father has to use.
You can leave now. You're free to leave now. We meet tomorrow at 11:30.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks for joining us today. Let's give a chance to who else hasn't spoken. Let's give a chance to Ethan.
Teacher, where are you going to send the links?
Where did you get the link for this class? Did you get it via email or WhatsApp?
On WhatsApp.
Yeah, so you're going to get the links on WhatsApp as well. But if you
On
want,
WhatsApp.
yeah, you're going to get it on WhatsApp, or you can get it on the YouTube channel. Make sense? Okay, Christian. The rest are free to.
I wanted to say when I go to my email and check for the coding class, I can't see anything.
Which email?
Teacher, when I go to the coding,
Do you want to share your screen and show me? Today, Austin has been very quiet. Austin, how are things on your side?
teacher,
I want you to show me the screen where you're not seeing, and I see why you're not, and I try to advise.
teacher, I've gone to my Gmail, and when I go to and I check for any coding, no, I'm doing this on my tablet.
Yeah,
So I can't share the screen. And teacher, the gadget I'm using, and teacher, the gadget doesn't have the email where you send stuff. The email is on my mom's account. This is my dad's. Find the recorded. Don't have the recorded meeting.
the recorded, you just follow the YouTube. You're going to see on the YouTube channel, the link I've sent it. Just follow the YouTube channel after 30 minutes. You're going to see the video. It will have coding unlimited, code day 21. Okay?
Teacher, while I'm watching the YouTube video, I have to keep opening your YouTube channel. Then after that, I have to open Scratch and those
download
things.
it. You can just download the video.
No, even if I download it, I'll still have to keep going on Scratch and everything.
Now, how do you want to solve that problem?
I'm saying, teacher, why don't you instead show me what's the work of before?
The what?
I'm asking if you can put what you put before.
The one for sign up, for sign up.
Yeah, how you made those things sign up? Because if you don't, my email won't be able to get it.
You will see, you will watch the video and see what we did earlier.
I'm saying for YouTube, I'll have to keep pausing, minimize, pause, minimize. But
No,
for
first
Zoom, you minimize and
all of it before you can go to Scratch to make the code. Okay?
the code is a lot, teacher.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if I can remember it.
Take time and understand before tomorrow's class.
Please, teacher.
I'm also going to share the link to this code if you want it. I'll upload it on the Scratch website, then I share with you the link to look at it.
On the Scratch website, it doesn't show you the codes. It only shows, on the Scratch website, it only shows the app. It doesn't show the codes.
Let me share my screen and I disapprove you. Just stop sharing your screen and let me share mine. And I disapprove you for a moment. Stop sharing your screen. Before we proceed, okay, then I also see, yeah, let me share. Christian, just see my screen. And then you will be, so this is where, when you go to Scratch and you click on sign in, let me sign in because I already have an account. So I don't know whether I have my account here. Sorry. Let me share my other screen, which has the account. For 1 minute, then we go and do house chores. It's raining here, I have to, and I'm so hungry as well. So, and we have to meet early tomorrow. So when I say Scratch here, and we shall show you tomorrow how to have these accounts. And I want to show you, when I will send you the link of my project, this is what you're going to see. Sign in. Let me sign in as Innovation Galaxy. So when you come to Scratch here, if I send you a link, for example, let me start with any project. Okay, so no choice, so you can stay online. So when I come here to classes, let me go to my class. Sorry, my internet, it's raining, the internet somehow slows down.
It's showing. It's showing the classes that you've started. What I'm saying is that if I go to Scratch, and let's say I go to Scratch Teacher.
Don't worry, just give me a moment. I'm going to solve your worries. So let me first come to Coding Unlimited here. And I just come to this studio here and I get one project. I share with you the link. I see if you want to be able to see it. So it's taking some good time because of internet. This is Uganda.
Won't it take us to Scratch?
It's going to take. So I want you to take a look at, let me see whose project. Let me just share my project, one of the projects that I worked on. Let me share the link of, this is Jam Collection. Let me click on this. I love this. I don't know who made this.
Teacher made that game also.
Okay.
But instead I used also.
Sorry, my internet is slow, but it's going to load up and I share with you a link and you see what happens. I really hope that can make you.
It's raining here.
Yeah, it's raining here as well. It's raining in the whole country. Now, sorry. This is taking more than expected. So I'll just cancel this and I restart. Let's be having some more as this is still loading up. Just feel free to unmute if you want to say, to ask a question. Please unmute. I see Kay, your hand is up. Please unmute as this stuff is still loading up.
When is the time for the meeting tomorrow going to start?
Tomorrow we start at 11:30.
Okay.
The same time, we always start at 11:30 to 1 or 1:30. What else?
Mr. Solomon, please may we share screen?
Okay, you can share the screen as I'm still getting the link here.
Yeah, screen is down here. With that. Sure. So this is what Ronella and I made. We are just going
Wow. I love the
test it right now.
Okay.
So let's see if it works.
No, we started after that. We started now. This that when you don't actually know. Yet I started at 11.
Wait, first go up. Oh no, make the straight line. That one. Press it. Okay. Okay. Enter pin. Let's see.
So you have created an account. Now you should log in using the account you created.
We haven't yet done name.
Okay.
Email. Where is it? Go for name. For now. .com. School WC. Yeah, I know. Make it caps lock. Make it big. Michelle, okay. Well, when it's done. Login.
Try logging in. Try logging in.
Okay.
Is in the system.
Oh no. Oh no, it's logging. Email. Yeah.
Anyway, you didn't complete your project. That's why. So when I share the recorded video, try to look at the things that you may have missed out and then fill them out to enable your application work fine before tomorrow. Is that okay with you?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Solomon.
I want to say is that
Congratulations. I like the work I see Dr. is here.
what I want to say is that for me, I really need that recorded meeting, teacher. I really need the recorded meeting because I barely did any codes and you did a lot of things.
I'm going to end the recorded. Let me